What's up, guys? Steven Wildcard here, and in today's video we are going to look at the top 12 most hated teams in America, and at the end of the video I'm going to give my top 3 or 4 top hated teams for me personally. And in the comments below I want you guys to let me know, what teams do you guys hate the most? Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the top 12 most hated sports teams of all time. This is all the sports, including college football. Well, not all the sports, but we got, NFL, NBA, NHL, and then college football and MLB. Here's the top 12 according to BroBible. This is a website called BroBible. I don't know if I've even heard of it, but if you guys have, let me know. So, number 1, let's take a look. Or not number 1, number 12. They got University of Miami. I mean, I'm not a huge college sports fan myself. If you guys hate Miami, let me know in the comments. But I could see why people hated Miami, especially back in the day when they were really good. But in this article, they say a lot of Miami sports fans or University of Miami fans didn't actually go to the school. They just like them. So there's a lot of bandwagon fans, at least, especially from back in the day. So in this article, they say you should ask a Miami fan if they're really a Miami fan and went to that school. And half of them will tell you no, they didn't. So Miami's number 12. And then going on to number 11, I don't like this personally because I'm a 49er fan. And yeah, they got 49ers at 11. And yes, I could see why. We were very good at one point too. We've been to many Super Bowls. We've won 5 of them. And I could see why we're hated. But especially, from Seahawks fans and all that stuff. Cowboys fans, I'm sure they hate us. But being a 49er fan, I don't agree with that one. Let's go to number 10, Boston Celtics. I for sure agree with that. I don't hate the Celtics personally, me personally. Lakers fans for sure hate the Celtics. I know that. So, yeah, Celtics, they've been great for many, many years. Maybe in the past 10 years, definitely not. The past 3 to 4 years, yes, they've been good, but not great. And then, when they had the big 3, won those championships against the Lakers, I totally understand why people hate the Boston Celtics. Detroit Red Wings, number 9. And yes, I do not like the Red Wings. A lot of people don't like the Red Wings if you're a hockey fan, unless you're a Red Wings fan. I totally get that one. But as of late, you can't really hate them. People are really just enjoying how bad they've been doing. So, at this point, you really can't hate them. People hate teams because they're great, usually. And number 9, I totally agree with the Red Wings. And this is a big one for college sports fans. Again, USC football at number 8. And I agree with that. I hate USC football. I hate USC. I never went. Obviously, I didn't go there. I didn't go to their rival school, UCLA. But being from Southern California, you either hate USC or love USC, and I'm a hater. So, especially when they had, Pete Carell on there. But it was a fun team to watch, I must admit. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart. I know, fun team to watch. But, no, I'm definitely a USC hater. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me on that or you think I'm crazy. I'm sure a lot of you guys will probably think I'm crazy on some of these, but this is from BroBible. I'll give my picks at the end. So number 7, Boston Red Sox. Red Sox, I love the Red Sox. I'm not a Red Sox fan, but if I had to choose between them or the Yankees, I'm Red Sox all day. I like Boston in general, like the city. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Yankee fan, I could totally understand why you would hate the Boston Red Sox. One of the best rivalries in the game, Red Sox Yankees. And yeah, I could see that. But I would say most people like the Red Sox and more people hate the Yankees. So we'll see on this list. All right, keep going down here. Number 6, the New England Patriots. They could even be in the top 4 for some people, top 3, maybe top 5. But New England Patriots, for sure, have been the most hated, especially when Tom Brady was there and he won all those Super Bowls. But when you're great, people hate you. And when you get accused of different scandals, people hate you even more. If all of them are true, who knows? But me, I wasn't a big Patriots hater, to be honest. Like in the beginning, in the very beginning, I was cheering for the Patriots. A lot of people were because, they were bad for so many years. And then once they kept winning over and over and over, then it kind of got old. And I was going against them for sure on some Super Bowls. But then when he won again, that last time with the Patriots, it's like, dude, he's the GOAT. You got to give it to Brady. Patriots are, a dynasty. Give it to him. But I know there are a ton of Patriots haters out there, and I could see why. In some instances, I could see why. But yeah, that's number 6 right there, Patriots. And then number 5, I can't agree more. The Los Angeles Lakers are the 5th most hated team in America. For me, well, I'm not going to give it away. I won't give it away till the end. But yes, I hate the Lakers. Can't stand them. I'm a Laker hater, just like USC football, as you can see in the article. But yeah, especially now, not everyone, but a lot of people hate the Lakers even more because they have this super team that's not working at all and won't work in the playoffs. They'll probably make the playoffs, but it's not going to work in the playoffs due to being old, getting injured, and just no chemistry. So I got to 100% agree with this. Laker hater all day. And sorry to the Laker fans out there. I know you think I'm crazy, but let me know. Who's your top NBA hated team? But let's go to number 4, Notre Dame football. See, I'm not huge into college football, like I've said, but I don't mind Notre Dame, especially when they play USC. That's always a good game, and I'm always cheering for Notre Dame when they play against USC. But other than that, I don't really cheer for Notre Dame. I just want to see a good football game. I'm not a big hater on them. So let me know if you really hate Notre Dame in the comments, but me, not so much. So number 3, Dallas Cowboys. This could even be number 1. But yeah, number 3. Sorry about the ads there, but so yeah, number 3, Dallas Cowboys. Can't stand them. Cannot stand them. Yes, they're America's team, but I would say they're America's most hated team at the same time. There are a lot of in this article, there are a lot of bandwagon fans, as they say, tons of bandwagon fans. But if you stuck with that team, your team, since day one, I respect you for that. But just jumping on just because it's America's team and that's it, nah. Have your own opinion. And yeah, I totally agree. Top 3 for sure. Dallas Cowboys hated. And here we go. Duke basketball. Oh, yeah. I could see this. And look at number 1. We all see the Yankees there. But Duke basketball. Yeah, it's always nice to see Duke lose. They haven't been doing great lately. But man, oh man, year after year, Duke basketball has just been dominating. And they were extremely hard to beat for a very long time. Give it up to Coach K and his team, his squads that he had with him. But man, I must say, especially if you're a North Carolina fan, you definitely hate him. But I would say this is definitely true. I don't know about number 2 on the list for me, maybe for you guys. But Duke basketball, number 2 on the list, most hated college program right there. And then I'm sure people could put North Carolina in that mix too. All right, so number 1, we all know probably this or the Cowboys, I would say. But number 1, most hated team in America, the New York Yankees. I definitely could have guessed that. Yes, I'm a Yankee hater myself. I'm not from New York or anything like that, but you either like the Mets or the Yankees if you're from New York. And they are, and speak about bandwagon fans. There are so many Yankee fans out there that never even been to New York in their life. And they're Yankee fans just because they won all these championships, but these people weren't even born when they were winning these championships, which I don't get. I mean, if you want to be a fan of them. But as long, like I said before, stick with the Yankees day one and stick with them your whole life. Don't keep hopping on who's doing good, who's doing bad. Because Yankees have been doing bad here kind of lately. Not bad, but bad for their standards. And don't like another team if they're just doing bad and only love them when they're doing good. So stick with them. But, yes, I 100% agree. Yankee hater right here. And let me know if you guys are Yankee haters, and who's your number one most hated MLB team? Put it in the comment. All right, so now we are going to get right into it. My most hated teams. Let's go. Glad you guys made it to this part of the video. These are my top 4 hated teams in America. My 4th one will have to be, so I'm going to go with every sport. So I'm going to start with hockey. For hockey, my most hated team is the LA Kings. I'm a Sharks fan, and we are rivals. And yes, I cannot stand the LA Kings. I'm not going to go much into it. Also, I'll put Anaheim Ducks in there too. We're division rivals, all that stuff. Don't like the Kings. Let's go to number 3. And let's see. Let's start with, let's go basketball. We'll do NBA. I think a lot of you guys already know if you know me. Number 3, hate the Los Angeles Lakers. Cannot stand them. I'm going to have to go with number 3. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. I'm not saying my team's better than the Lakers. We know the Lakers are better. That's obvious. But as a Kings fan, we despise the Lakers. I cannot stand them. Gotta go with Lakers as my number 3 hated team. And let's go with, so number 2, let's do football, but maybe I'll have 2 football teams. So my number 2 hated team has to be the Dallas Cowboys, which was on this list. The Dallas Cowboys. Cannot stand America's team. And I'm a 49er fan, and we've had our run-ins with each other over the years, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. And I got to say the number 2 team I hate are the Dallas Cowboys, and I just can't stand their fans either. Just can't stand the fans. I'm sorry to all you Cowboys fans out there. Number one most hated team has to be, I'm going to do football again. And we got to go Seattle Seahawks. I can't stand them. As a 49er fan, we battle it out with them year after year. Great games for the most part. But man, oh man, I can't stand Seahawk fans. And I just can't stand the Seahawks in general. My number 1 most hated team is the Seattle Seahawks. And, I didn't even do baseball. For baseball, so I got, this will be my top 5. For baseball, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cannot stand them. And you guys know that about me. It seems like I'm hating on all LA teams, which is very true. Don't like a lot of LA teams. Dodgers, Lakers, Kings. Can't stand them all. So those are my top 5 most hated teams. Let me know in the comments what you hate. What teams do you hate the most? I want to hear your guys's. Put it in the comments. Like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day.